Hey there everybody, Phil here for AndroidCentral.com, and we have the Samsung Vibrant Galaxy S phone that's on T-Mobile, and it's the official phone of Avatar. No, not really, but Avatar's on the phone, the movie, and we'll show you that in a second. So, here you go, there's the box, and there's the phone, the important part, right? So, let's unsheath it, and try to get ourselves back into focus here. There we go. Alright, so you got a couple screen protectors on there that you're going to want to take off. And oh, it is so nice and round. I love these round corners. Plastic back, not metal like the AT&T Captivate. And you got a little hump down there on the bottom, kind of a reverse chin. Now, the power button is still on the side, and fire them up here and let them boot up in the background while we see what else is in the box. Oh, there we go. We got a nice big cardboard case full of stuff, and the usual quick start guide and manual. Nothing too exciting there, so see ya. And we got some headphones. Cool. Multiple earbuds, that's nice. USB cable. Cool. Oh, look at that. Phone's already booted up nice and quick, huh? And oh, cool. Got a little return envelope for an old phone, so you can recycle that and not just throw it in a drawer till your wife yells at you, or maybe that's just me. I don't know. And so you got a little USB charger, and oh, cool, a micro SD to standard SD adapter. Don't get those very often in the box. So here's the phone itself. This is what you actually want to see. I understand. So there it is. That's it. See everybody. No, just kidding. Alright, so when you boot up, it's going to run a media scanner, and all the Galaxy S phones do that. They're checking to see what's on your SD card, what's on your phone. Unlocks the exact same way as the Captivate. And there is your home screen. I'm on Wi-Fi here. I don't actually have T-Mobile 3G, and that's a big sticking point. I'm going to try not to rant. We do have the same 7 home screens. Get different widgets on them than the Captivate. That's not surprising, but everything should still kind of be around. Jump back and forth by pushing the dots up there on the top. And the dots are numbered in this case. They're not on the Captivate. So you can tell which one you're on, I guess, a little more easily, or if you like numbers. Let's dive into the settings real quick and see exactly what we're dealing with. Check the about, and again, Android 2.1 Update 1. We totally expect this to get Froyo at some point. I would assume before the end of the year. We don't have a date or anything. Let's check the memory that we're dealing with. So I've got a 2 GB micro SD card in there. You have internal storage as well, so it looks like probably 16 GB total, a couple of which have been slaved to application space for actually, apps. When you download them, that's where they'll go. So let's take a look and see what else we got. We got a whole bunch of stuff loaded on this by default, but nothing I would necessarily call crapware. And it really doesn't bother me. You've got so much app space to deal with. So you've got, there's Avatar, the movie. We've got the Kindle app, GoGo app, GoGo in-flight. That's the Wi-Fi on planes, so if you travel, it's kind of handy. And let's see, we're not going to load that up now. Layer, that's alternative reality or alternate reality or fantasy land or whatever you want to call it. Swype, the Swype keyboard is on. Swype, I like Swype. Let's see what else. The Sims, you want to play The Sims. You got Telenav GPS in addition to Google Maps, Think Free Office, visual voicemail. Cool. So a lot of good stuff. If you're on T-Mobile, you should be used to some of this. Let's check out Avatar real quick. They make a big deal about this, and it looks very nice actually on the 4-inch Super AMOLED screen. And let's do a poor job of fast forwarding here. Oh, come on, Phil. You can do it. Get the scrubber. There you go. So you're not going to be able to hear it. The speakerphone sounds just fine, works well. You can plug in actual speakers and have actual music, right? That's nice. Look how nice that looks. We just did our kind of multi-screen test with AMOLED and Super AMOLED. Remember, this is Super AMOLED here. Looks beautiful. Colors are really well produced. I like it a lot. Little tip, if you push the power button while you're watching a movie, it will lock the screen so you can't actually accidentally hit a button and turn it off. Hit the power button again, and the buttons all start working. That also works in the music app too. It's a cool little feature. Let's see what else. Let's take a look at the browser. We already saw it with GoGo. And there's our Swype Keyboard. Again, it's skinned to kind of the Galaxy S theme, so not necessarily the same buttons you'd get on another phone. That's how you swipe. Android Central, and let's just do a little search and maybe get that light out of our eyes. There we go. So, Android Central, and we'll see how the site renders and loads up. Shouldn't take too terribly long because we're on Wi-Fi, but you know how these things go. And there we go. So the site's starting to load up. Kind of typical mobile browser at this point. Pinch to zoom works just fine. Everything's loading right up. You'll be able to get Flash on this guy once it has Android 2.2, so no, Flash isn't there right now. You also have RSS built into it. That's handy, like that. Cool. Let's go back home and see what else we have to play with. You got a YouTube app, you got a camera app, 5-megapixel camera, just like all the others. No Flash on this guy either, unfortunately, but you know, I can live with that. I'm not exactly taking pictures in the dark with any of these phones. Let's see, let's find the resolutions just so we can make sure exactly what we're dealing with. Decent amount of settings on this Galaxy S phone. There we go, resolution, so there you go, we're shooting at the full 5 megapixels by default. Not every phone shoots at the highest res by default, so it's good to check out. Let's see, the Sims, ooh, it's a stub app, so the Sims isn't actually installed yet, but you can install it from there. Kindle app, same thing, cool. And Mobi TV looks like it is installed. So if you want to use that, you got it. But I don't want to right now, so we'll get out of there. And let's see what else. So you got your feed and updates widget. That's also on the Captivate. Swipe tips, Google Maps, GoGo, Google Talk, and a couple empty screens. Slacker radio's on there. So is the Amazon MP3 store. I'm a big fan of both of those. So you can put other widgets on there all you want. Let's see if there's anything else we want to look at. There's the daily briefing app. I don't think we've showed this before. This is like the full version of. There's a widget for it too. This is the full version, so you can swipe back and forth between your calendar, news, stocks, weather. This is very customizable too. Very nice job that Samsung has done with it. Let's see what else we got. How about? I'll tell you what. Let's take a look at some other phones. We'll start with the Captivate. This is the other Galaxy S class phone that is available currently on AT&T. We're still waiting on the Epic 4G and the Verizon Fascinate. Just about the same size. The T-Mobile Vibrant actually has rounded corners, whereas the Captivate is a little more angular. A lot like the Windows Mobile Pure, the AT&T Pure that was made by HTC. I personally like the Vibrant better, I think. I like the rounded edges. I like the feel. It almost feels like kind of a larger MyTouch line. But otherwise, they're pretty much the same. The buttons are all in the same place. Volume buttons, power buttons. Nothing on the bottom except for the microphone hole. I like it a lot. We'll let it boot up here. Here's the back again. We'll actually pry this off. It's plastic. It's not metal. And so I'm not really worried about scratching it like I am the Captivate. In fact, the Captivate I kind of have already scratched. You just pry the battery cover off on the bottom there, and now you have access to the battery and the micro SD card, which is nice. You can get to it without having to remove the battery. I like that. That's handy for those of you who swap them out a lot. And there's your SIM card. These do take the same batteries, just if that's a factor for you at all. And the battery door just pops right back on. Very easily done. So now that it's booted up, let's take a look at both of them when I quit dropping them. And the screen sizes are exactly the same. They're 480 by 800. Both 4 inches in diagonal, both Super AMOLED, and both very, very beautiful. That's kind of why Samsung has colored everything up so much, as opposed to a stock Android or some of the other UIs we have out there. Everything in the Galaxy S class is just very colorful and really looks good. Here it is next to the Evo 4G, and we're going to have to turn that on as well, but you can just see the difference in screen size. The Evo's 4.3 inches in diagonal. It's a little bit taller, it's a little bit thicker, they're about as wide, and the Evo just feels bigger. You can see the difference in width. And let's take a look at, how about the Droid X? Droid X, another 4.3 inch phone, and it's got an LCD screen, as does the Evo 4G. They're all pretty comparable. If you saw our test earlier, you can see the differences there, but the Droid X is definitely bigger. A little thicker, especially up there on the top chin. And I'd say the Vibrant definitely feels more pocketable. There's the Nexus 1, poor Nexus 1, which is now end of life or thereabouts. Vibrant definitely is bigger. They're about the same in thickness, but I really just love the way they feel in the hand, because they're both nice and round, no sharp corners to get you. Like that a lot. You see the difference in screens. Nexus 1's a 3.7 inch screen. So there you go, guys. It's the T-Mobile Vibrant Galaxy S phone. See y'all later.